Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today is Monday and that means review time on my channel, and today I'm going to review The Crimson Campaign by Brian McClellan. It's the second installment in his Powder Mages series. Of course this is going to be spoiler free, so even though it's a second book in the series, you don't have to be afraid of get spoiled for anything from the first book. So the Powder Mages series is actually very interesting. It's a flintlock fantasy and therefore it plays in kind of a Napoleonic setting, and the backdrop we have is that there is the town or the kingdom of Ardo and the town of Ardopest, and there is a revolution going on because the military, in form of one of our main protagonists, Field Marshal Tamash, is actually overthrowing the king. And we come in right after this coup happens, and the characters we're following throughout the series are the mentioned Field Marshal Tamas, his son Taniel. Both of them are powder mages, as the title of the series says, and powder mages are basically mages who are able to manipulate gunpowder and bullets, so they can perform a lot of skill shots, for example, or make powder kegs explode. So very interesting stuff, and of course calls for a lot of action throughout the series. We're also following Adamant, that is an investigator that is brought in by Tamash, and he is brought in to investigate something, the ominous promise of blood, that is the title of the first book, because the mages that the emperor had are all dead now, and they all had like that strange promise of blood towards the king. And Tamash needs to find out what that is and what that actually means for him and his revolution. And these kind of mages that the king has are privileged, and privileged are kind of more typical elemental mages. They wear gloves on their hands, so they can manipulate the elements with them, and yeah, it makes up for another very interesting magic system. The last character we're following is a laundress in an aristocrat's home, and of course the aristocrats with this kind of revolution are hunted down, and so she has to care for a little boy, an heir of one of the aristocrats, and yeah, we're following her point of view as well. The first book, of course, ends with a huge climax, and we get a lot to know about the actual plot of the series and the world building. And now the second book comes in, and I had the feeling that a lot of the things that were not finished in the first book, the loose ends, took more tying up than I thought they would be. So overall I had a bit of the feeling to read like a middle book, because we now know what the overall series will be about, but there were like some loose ends regarding each individual character in terms of plot or character development. And Brian McClellan took a lot of time for my liking to establish and explore these kind of things in the second book. And in the first book we have like a very good mix-up, from my point of view, of different kind of sub-themes. So we have political intrigue, we have detective noir work, we have of course battles and action, we have some quieter scenes with the laundress, for example, and that was a really good mix for me. And now in the second book the main focus is a bit more on the action. I had the feeling that almost half of the book is about military campaigns, about battles, because in 2 of the 4 POVs we're going to see, there are a lot of battles and action scenes, and even the other 2 perspectives have certain action scenes in them. So for me, the mix wasn't as good as in the first book, and therefore I only rated it, only in air quotes, 3 stars, because I still liked the book. But I thought like the first installment did a better job and had a better balance, and I would have liked maybe to have a bit more of the overall story arc going on and a little bit less of action scene after action scene. But as I said, the book is still very enjoyable, with Adamant. That is one of my favorite characters, because it's a really unique take on the detective noir protagonist, for example, and I really enjoyed that. So I have high hopes now for the final volume, The Autumn Republic. It comes out in February, and I'm very, very eager to see how the series ends. So that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know what's coming up on my channel, please look inside the description box. There's a little segment there called On the Horizon. I wish you a good day and hope you get bitten by a really good book too. Bye.